Hello everyone, welcome back in my channel. In today's video I'm art journaling a bit because it's springtime and it really inspires me. So I get my recipe book, which you can see I use as an art journal album. I glued the pages together, usually 2 or 3 pages, and for the first layer I use white gesso. If you take a look at first layer of gesso, you can see that the right side is really smooth and in the left side I have some bumps, and it's because I didn't glued the pages together well. I didn't use enough glue, so for next time I'm sure I'll be much more careful about this, because it's really important. And as you can see, after some drying it's bumped too, so it's not working in this way. The second layer are some pages from an old book. You can see it has really nice vintage paper colors, and I use some decoupage glue to stick it to the page. Next step is to get the colors together, so I use white acrylic paint to have some white shades on these vintage pages, but I'm really careful not to cover the whole page because I really like that it gives some brownish shade to my page. Then I have some orange sprinkling and turquoise paint, so it gives the background. And as you can see, I use some background papers to cover the table what I use, because I don't want to get it covered with paint or paint splashes. And these background pages are really useful, so you don't have to take it to the trash, because next time it will be a really good basic page or basic sheet of paper to your next art journal project. I use some oil crayons, which is water soluble, but it's not the best because it doesn't have that strong colors what I need. It doesn't have that much pigment, so I use some other painting, spray painting, to make the color much more vivid. For me, the spring colors are orange, blue, green and pink. So I get these papers, which are my leftovers from my previous projects. So I try to cut it to a shape of a petal. Then I try to arrange the petals like it looks like a flower. And I use some paper glue to glue them to the paper. Then I take a black pen and doodling a bit. Some petals get some pattern like it's a leaf. The others are just having some contour. And the next step is to having my watercolor pencil. It has this dark turquoise color, and I use a watercolor pen to wash it a bit. After this, I have some transparent gesso to handle the surface much more easier. You can see the recipe of my homemade gesso. It's 40 mm PVA glue or white glue, 20 ml baby powder and 10 ml tap water. You should mix it together and then it's ready to use. You can storage it in a jar and you can reuse it later. So it prepared my surface. So I can work on my next step is to make some dark shades in the inner side of the petals. I use some brown gouache paint, but you can use watercolor paint too. Then the sentiment is coming. I'm using two different styles of stamping. As a finishing touch, I use brown gouache and white acrylic paint, mix it with water and splash to here and there on the pages, just to make the pieces of the page come together. I really hope you enjoyed this video and find it useful. If so, don't forget to like and subscribe. Wish you have a wonderful period of time. Goodbye.